It's actually cold.
Okay.
Hey, ho. Now I'm going to stop saying hey. I'm going to say ho. Ho-de-do. Okay, welcome. Welcome to the.
It couldn't get any worse.
Welcome to the limited series October tasting. I'm here with my ex-co-host Ed Masciana
and the former owner of the Wine of the Month Club.
Yeah, right.
PK Jr.
Right. Hey, this is hey. See, I keep saying that. It's obnoxious.
You know, look, it is obnoxious.
This is the Cru 2007 Pinot. Love the package.
The word cru, C-R-U.
I remember this nose now. Isn't that gorgeous? Pinot Noir.
Real black
nose.
cherry, real sensuous, very feminine.
That is the problem with Pinot Noir these days. You don't get Pinot Noir that smells like or tastes like Pinot Noir.
Well, no, they all want it to taste like Syrah because they cold soak it and they soak the skins so that they get a lot of color out of it, and it changes the whole contour of the flavor of the wine and turns it into something else.
This is so good. I remember it. I'm going to take this home. I get strawberries. I get a little.
Wowie, kazowie.
What isn't that something? Pinot Noir that tastes like Pinot Noir. And actually, some kind of Burgundian, which you haven't tasted a lot in a California wine.
Well, you haven't tasted a Burgundy in a while either, then.
Well, that's true.
Because last time I had a Burgundy, my God, that tasted like Burgundy. This is a lovely bottle of wine. It's from Central Coast. It doesn't say precisely where in the Central Coast. I'm guessing Santa Barbara County because it's pretty cool climate, and you know they got a long growing season over there. And Pinot Noir likes to hang on the vine for a while.
So good.
But that's a killer bottle of wine.
I mean, I've had some Pinot Noirs in lately that were nice wines, but they were just nice red wines.
Right.
They weren't Pinot Noir.
This screams
clearly
Pinot Noir. $19.99 first bottle, $15.99 the reorder price. You cannot. I can't even buy good Pinot Noir for wholesale at $16.
I want barbecued salmon on a plank with this.
Okay,
Indian style.
Are you going to be walking the plank?
Maybe. Is there anybody out there that can make that for me? All we have is
burgers. Why don't you snap your fingers and and one of the minions here at the Wine of the Month Club will do your bidding. That's pretty scary, isn't it? Wow, this is a pretty nice bottle of wine for $15.99 or reorder price. I'm doing a 93.
I'll give it 92.
Not consistent anyway.
I came up with that plank salmon thing because when we went to McMinnville, Oregon for the Pinot Noir Festival, that's what they were serving. Roasted over an open fire, and it was incredible.
Salmon and Pinot Noir is a classic combination.
It's unreal.
Salmon is usually a little oily, and it needs something to cut through that fattiness, almost meat-like, even though it's got a softer texture. So,
now I'm excited about this. Woo! Okay, this is the Ukiah Cab, which is from the Nelson Vineyard up in
Guess what?
sustainable. It's a sustainable wine. It's from easy for you to say.
For you to
sustainable farming. But look at this. This is the new Torx. Okay.
The who?
Torx.
Torx.
Torque corkscrew, and it's got our name on it because we've had customers. I'm not kidding you. They'd call us and say, "I broke my corkscrew opening that wine," and of course the wine they were opening was a screw cap. So they're actually trying to stick the corkscrew in the screw cap, and it broke the screw.
They could probably break their arm putting their pants on, but they're putting it on as a shirt.
It's like.
Okay, next.
So I'm like, okay, so this, I thought this was ingenious. So here it is. This is the corkscrew. You can actually, of course, open a regular bottle of wine with a regular cork, but otherwise, you can use this and just unscrew the.
That's not going to solve the
twist
problem.
off cap. Like
because
that.
You could still break the corkscrew.
Isn't that gorgeous?
By trying to use.
And if you have a regular corkscrew.
Yeah. Okay.
And now, just in case you don't know, it says turn left on the thing, just in case you don't know which way to turn it because you're mechanically inept, which I'm guessing you are.
Well, if you try to use a corkscrew, in a screw cap, I think you're mechanically inept to begin with. So I don't know that sign's going to help you. But can we get on with the wine?
There you go.
Okay, thank you.
This is a 2007. I just fell in love with the wine, and from a district that we don't see a lot of.
This is a dense,
big, dense
chocolatey wine that you don't usually get from Mendocino. Let me show you a trick on a wine like this. It really is showing it's not showing a whole lot of components in here. But if you go like this and you shake it up, then you get about 3 times more than you got.
Isn't that chocolate?
The chocolate,
it's unbelievable
chocolate. It's just chocolate. I had one of the members ask a question. How do you get all those tastes in the wine? Well, you really don't. They're not chocolate in the wine. There's not cranberry or apricot or whatever, all those other terms that we use. But that's what makes wine from grapes so fascinating. You can take on so many different flavors and smells.
This is one of those wines that you just want to keep tasting because you keep getting that chocolate and you're like, how did I get that? And you just want to keep tasting it. And You know, like I tell members that call and ask the same question, when you eat a piece of chocolate, sort of study it. If you bite into an apple, smell the apple. If you're squishing oregano in your fingers, you know, smell your fingers afterwards. It's just something that you had to do.
This is truly amazing. Wine, actually, $22 regular. You know, the regular $22 is a great price for that wine. But the fact that it's only $20 in the real
$19.99 and $15.99 for more. I give it a 91, but just in its interest component it's
a 94.
Yeah. Well, this is something you're never going to see on the shelf. Unbelievable wine.
Well, both of these are killer and good values. I mean, really good values. I'm gonna take
the white selections on the alternates for the whites are this Santa Barbara Sauvignon Blanc from Cordon.
Cordon, which is a way of Cordon pruning the vines to spread them out so they get more sunlight, which is what you do in. And you can see how that's Cordon pruning right there on the label.
There it is.
You know, like you really care.
Like at my house. That's the way I prune my Merlot and Pinot Noir I have growing in the backyard.
I think that's marvelous. Well, when are we doing a tour?
I went to go pick it the other day. It was all shriveled up. And I guess the harvest in Arcadia is a little private.
Well, you know, it probably takes a little practice.
The nose on this is, I remember these wines. What happens, folks, is I taste these wines, I buy them, and then they come here, and then I taste them again, and I remember the day I tasted them the first time. Is that amazing?
It's like your first true love. You always remember the first time. But when you have so many first times, sometimes they get a little, you know, confused.
You're that kind of guy.
Yeah.
I love it.
This is delicious. Good acidity. Wow.
The acidity and it's balanced. It's not overdone. It doesn't jump out of the glass with grapefruit. It just, I love the femininity of it, actually.
We have all these feminine wines. We've got feminine Pinot Noir, we've got feminine Sauvignon Blanc, we've got masculine Cabernet, and I just can't wait to taste the last one, the Seven Terraces.
I love this.
If maybe that one's both.
This is more melon, you know, less grapefruit, more melon, kind of kiwi kind of thing.
Yeah, actually it is. It's almost Chenin Blanc-like in that melon component.
Yeah, it's really good. Faith Vineyards. Okay. That was $22.95 on the shelf, $19.95 for the first bottle, and $14.95 for more. And try and find it.
You don't want to use your little fancy schmancy thing?
Oh, jeez. There, I just did it.
It's a little late now. But.
This is the 7 Terraces. Now we featured the Pinot Noir of this.
Yeah, it was
and this
wine.
This actually was brought to me at the same time. I loved this as well. Just didn't have room for it, and it came up again. This is a 2008 Seven Terraces New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, which you expect to smell just like it does, though it's not as overdone.
No, it's actually, you know, it's very, very nicely balanced. Well, this is Neil Empson wine. And Neil Empson's family. Neil Empson, one of the first importers of Italian wine, going back, I think back in the 70s, before Italian wines really took off. And the guy was obviously a forerunner of what was to come, because he saw the great value and the greatness of Italian wines, and he introduced us to some of the greatest greatest wines in the world. They just happen to be from Italy, and this is his property. You know, he was born in New Zealand. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
I didn't either until I read the bio on it. It was
and they don't
interesting.
grow Sauvignon Blanc in Italy. But you know what I like about this? Because it's an 08. Don't forget that New Zealand is 6 months ahead of us. So it's been in the bottle 6 months longer than the equivalent American wine. But it's softened a little bit. It doesn't just blow you out of the way.
No, but it's still got acidity. It's still got some grip to it, so it's going to handle really, really well challenging foods, cream dishes, even tomato dishes.
I got one for you.
Okay.
Southwestern Chipotle Lime Shrimp Salad.
Sure.
What?
Well, this one probably worked with it pretty well.
I just thought of that. I was thinking about the chipotle part's kind of smoky, right?
Well, you see, but the thing is, as long as you chill these wines, the problem, you don't want to chill them too much because then you lose some of the flavor, but the chilliness of the wine helps to give you that refreshing quality that the heat is what gives you from the Chipotle's chilies. Chipotle's are actually not that hot because they're smoked, and that smoking reduces some of the heat flavor, some of the heat of the chili and the spice, but still, I mean, they're not for the soft-hearted.
No, but I found that challenging, and I gave her, I think it was a Sauvignon Blanc Chardonnay from Viento del Sur that I told her to
actually, either one of these Sauvignon Blancs would work really well. Champagne always works well. The problem is the little bubbles sometimes actually make the heat even more.
Yeah.
You know, so, but anyhow.
All right, the first one was on the shelf $20.95. The first one was $19.95. Buy more for $14.99. And there's that.
And I'm doing a 93 on that one as well. I love that wine. Another good setup here.
Darn it, man! I gave it a 90. If I'd known you were going to go 93, I would have given it a 92 at least. But I didn't know 2 months ago when I bought it.
I see.
All right.
Well,
hey, that's a limited series for October.
Thank
Cheers.
you.